miles per hour, currently LaPorte County, Berrien County, and eventually St. Joseph County. But we are far from done with this situation. I'll back it up. There's a whole line of storms out here. Again, a lot of lightning. I'll get all that information off for you, but you can see multiple warnings being issued. First sector is for LaPorte County, portions of Berrien County coming off the lake, and western St. Joseph County. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a warning soon for Stark County and Pulaski County. Inside, away from windows, wake people up if you know them, because severe weather is coming. This could be a deadly round of weather if we verify with this wind, as it can knock over trees. Knocking over trees are a main threat. So again, our severe weather coverage is really just getting started right now. I want to go inside. We'll look at the velocity right now inside this storm, and we can see some strong wind back towards LaPorte, back towards Kingsford Heights, and this is really just coming within range of some of our radar products, at least right now. So again, we're just starting to see right on our western border here. We've broken into programming for the threat of strong wind in LaPorte along 421 is what we're concerned with right now. A lot of lightning out there currently, and of course we're trying inbound to intercept some of this as the wind likely will be getting much stronger across our area. But anything that's bright green is an indicator of strong wind out there. So we're watching very closely as we go through much of tonight, and we're going to zoom in. I want to zoom in on this area of portions of LaPorte County and get a little bit more information if this return comes in. This is around the 35 interchange with 20, 60 mile per hour wind gusts are possible near the gas station there at 35. There's a Family Express at 35 and State Road 2. So yeah, strong wind coming in along 20 right now. So we're going to intercept at the moment. We have the mobile weather tracker up. I want to take at least a picture of the mobile weather tracker when we can. Right now we're heading westbound on Western Avenue and likely heading on an intercept course towards that strong wind coming into South Bend. Giving you the first warning right now, severe weather is on the way. Within a short period of time, it will move into South Bend. This line has really started to increase. So we are on an intercept course right now with the mobile weather tracker to verify how bad that wind could be, starting on the west side of South Bend and moving into western St. Joseph County. Come back to the radar picture, and again, we're kind of focused in right now. Wind gusts up to the 65 mile per hour range right now, coming into northern LaPorte County. So that is the one spot, at least at this moment, where we're seeing the strong wind. So I need people up at 'em, watching ABC 57 News as we continue to track this severe threat tonight. We are here with you as this line is going to move through. We've been kind of waiting and waiting what was going to come together, and here it is. And I think most of this threat is primarily across northern Indiana. We'll see if we have much of a threat for portions of St. Joseph County or into Berrien County. Whole lot of lightning. A lot of lightning starting to come in. We're likely going to see some new warnings that'll start come down the pipe as well. But I'll kind of go through here. What's happening over South Bend right now is not the severe weather. The severe weather is back here into LaPorte. As I take off the lightning, you'll see this right here. This is the line right through here. So if I draw on this, you'll see that the line is right through here. This is where that strong wind is coming out of LaPorte, coming into Kingsford Heights, eventually into the Walkerton area. Strong wind is on the way. Right now, St. Joseph County is being warned for this as this storm is moving quite quickly out of LaPorte County. But here's the current warning situation. You can see this warning right now for LaPorte County, western St. Joseph County, all of Berrien County, and western Cass County for wind up to 70 miles per hour. We have the box right here. That's also the flood advisory, as we've seen an intense amount of rainfall. We have low visibility. Warnings along our western edge that have not been kicked for Stark County or Pulaski County, but that could be coming down the pipe very soon. So again, that is our current situation right now, and we'll keep kind of going through, and I'll keep you updated as we get more information of what's coming in. We don't have a lot of reports right now. If you're in LaPorte County, again, let us know what you are seeing, what kind of reports we're seeing, at least at this time. As we go in for this closer scan here, I'm going to get a storm track in just a moment. I'm going to look at the speed of some of these storms and what we are dealing with, at least at this time. But severe thunderstorm warning currently for LaPorte County and St. Joseph County. But again, the possibility of winds up to 70 miles per hour is a real indicator with these storms. This is currently moving east at 55 miles per hour. So this is a fast-moving batch of thunderstorms where that strong wind is. So I'm going to switch back over to the velocity where we can see this here. This strong wind is coming in at 55 miles an hour. I'll be able to draw a threat into South Bend, and towards the Goshen area is going to look something like this. So wind threat substantial right now, western LaPorte County. Again, we're getting these returns on the radar right now, moving through LaPorte, Crumestown, South Bend by 130, Mishawaka 136, Osceola 141, Elkhart 147, and 154 in Goshen. So again, we are concerned, at least right now. Severe weather is on the way. I'm broadcasting also on Facebook Live with the current radar picture, trying to get as many people up and at them and turn to ABC 57 News as quickly as possible, because we're going to be with you as this storm threat continues. We're not done. This is going to be a long night as the severe weather is still coming in this way. So again, we still have a severe threat that's out there this evening for our friends that are watching on Facebook Live as well. The radar picture is up, but the threat is definitely ongoing as we have this line that's currently moving in here, moving to the east at about 55 miles per hour or so. So this is a real threat. Wind up to possibly 70 miles per hour, especially with that portion of the storm near LaPorte that we're currently tracking right here. So this is the current storm track. Again, you might be up hearing storms or whatnot. Maybe you got your push alert on the First Warning Neighborhood mobile weather app. Well, now we've got the warning for 70 mile per hour wind, likely at this interchange in here. And you can see through this area right here, definitely a concern, at least right now, looking into LaPorte County. And this is from LaPorte to Kingsford Heights, where the wind is actually probably very strong right now. So wind inbound right now. I think the greatest threat is likely south of US 20, at least at this point. But this is the warning. The warning stretches for all of Berrien County, western Cass, western and central St. Joseph County, up until South Bend. But this has been warned for wind up to 70 miles per hour. Other alerts that are out there from the previous rounds of rain that have gone through. But this is a serious threat with, well, a lot of lightning with the next round. So again, we've already had one round of intense rainfall, but we're going to see a whole lot more of these lightning strikes. In this box here, it's a little bit larger, but 1,200 lightning strikes within the past 15 minutes. Let's go back to the mobile weather tracker. I just want to take that live look. And right now we're on Mayflower Road. We're headed towards the North Liberty area to get an intercept on this wind, maybe heading towards the Indiana 4 area to really get a judgment of how severe this storm is going to be. But a number of lightning strikes, and we're not headed directly towards this storm right now, so we're headed towards Mayflower and 23 right there. But lightning strikes in the order of 1,200. We're breaking into programming because we have a warning for wind up to 70 miles per hour. Again, the countless lightning strikes through here. This is just what the radar picture looks like. And again, it looks kind of like a mess at this moment. There is a lot of information on here, but this area of dark red, and we really have to look at the velocity as we go inside and look at the data. And we'll see here, this is where that wind threat is probably the most substantial, moving into northern LaPorte County and likely headed towards western St. Joseph County. So we're keeping an eye on things very closely as we go through most of tonight. As this continues to be a quite substantial threat, at least right now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and get a better picture here of where that strong wind is, and we'll kind of pan around. So you can see where the Salem Heights area is. Here's LaPorte, here's Kingsbury, strong wind approaching Rolling Prairie. This is all south of 2 primarily. We'll see if we get another update, but it'd be right through LaPorte if there's any issue. Of where there would be some really strong wind and possibly into the Kingsbury area. So your heads up is Salem Heights, Fish Lake, North Liberty, Walkerton, Crumestown. So all through here is kind of the spot that we're, again, watching quite closely where this threat would be right now. So we're kind of watching very closely. I'll put the cone back on here. and we'll kind of just stretch this out. This is a threat tracker, again, as it continues towards Coomestown, around 126, Gulliver Park south side, 135. So south side of South Bend also could be hit fairly hard by this as we head towards 130. Head towards 130. Strong wind threat up to 70 miles per hour right now would be our main concern. Still a lot of rain and a lot of strong wind, but this could be busting through from Kingsford Heights, moving into western St. Joseph County, around Coomestown, the Coomestown area, and North Liberty. Probably just south of the south side of South Bend appears to be where the strongest wind gusts are. So if you're watching us right now, it's currently 1:13. Breaking into programming, a Boeing line of thunderstorms that we're currently watching, with one warning currently for western St. Joseph County, LaPorte County, portions of Berrien County right now. This is what the radar picture looks like. I mean, it is lit up like a Christmas tree with all this lightning. You're trying to make heads or tails of this. It's a loud round of thunderstorms, heavy rain, lots of lightning. We've been through this, but now we're adding the wind. We have the wind factor. I've got new information coming to me off screen. Watching for any updates from the National Weather Service. I have none here. I'm also watching very closely as we kind of look out what's happening right now. But meteorologist Dave Caulfield inbound towards North Liberty to get a good estimate there, and probably run along Indiana 4. I know he's listening. I'm going to type into him in the chat. Get to Indiana 4 and run west to east with the wind. But yeah, that's the main threat right now as we continue to watch this wind threat right now. That is substantial. That is definitely substantial. That's now moving in. So a wind threat through LaPorte County with wind gusts, again, very serious right now. That could be in excess of 70 miles per hour moving towards the North Liberty area. So this is a really serious situation that I'm seeing. And I want to get everybody, again, alerted at this time of a major severe threat that could hit North Liberty soon. New severe thunderstorm warning coming in. This is not surprising now for Marshall and Stark counties. Also a considerable threat for wind up to 70 miles per hour. So we continue to get new warnings that continue to come in right now. So again, watch and stay with us here on ABC 57 as we continue to track these storms that are substantial, a substantial severe threat. I'm going to put the velocity up here as we watch things fairly closely through here. Dave's headed towards the North Liberty area. Wake people up right now as strong wind is headed your way. So inside, away from windows right now. I want people inside, away from windows. Severe weather. Strong wind inbound towards North Liberty right now. Wind upwards of 70 miles per hour. Again, if this is confirmed, that is a very nasty area of very strong wind. And I'm going to update the storm track. See if I can get the right through here. So especially if you're in Walkerton, La Paz, North Liberty, all this entire area right through here, that's the area of main concern. I'm going to adjust this just ever so slightly. As we continue to get that storm track. Clear out this information. There we go. Now we have the North Liberty area by 126. So again, seriously strong wind. Looks to be just on the south side of South Bend through central St. Joseph County. Wind gusts could be up to 75 or 80 miles per hour. That is destructive wind force currently coming in along Indiana 4 into North Liberty, the Potato Creek State Park area. If you know people camping at the state park right now, Wake them up. We need people awake and ready. This is a serious, deadly situation. If we have wind of 75 miles per hour, Kingsford Heights into the Fish Lake area currently through portions of central LaPorte County. This is now moving into western St. Joseph County, closing in on the county line. But North Liberty up next. North Liberty up next. Wind in excess of 70 miles per hour is a true possibility with this line. We're on and focused on this line. This is the most destructive area that I've seen on the radar, at least so far. So this is a serious situation. Serious situation is strong wind right now moving into the North Liberty area. If you know anyone, North Liberty and Walkerton, give them a call. Let them know severe weather is coming their way right now. This is a serious situation ongoing. Wind up to 70 miles per hour. Wind up to 70 miles per hour is working its way in right now. So again, we are concerned about severe weather, currently ongoing at least right now. Severe weather on the way. Wind up to 75 miles per hour is inbound for the North Liberty area. Wind up to 75 miles per hour inbound for the North Liberty area right now is our concern. Again, this is likely straight line wind. At this point, no tornado warning, but we are getting closer to the North Liberty area from what I can see from our indication of where Dave Carlfield is in the mobile weather tracker, and we're going to be on standby as far as what's headed in right now. We're kind of in a waiting game right now, but we're giving you that first warning for the North Liberty area of wind up to about 70 or so miles per hour. Can we take a feed of the mobile weather tracker right now? We're on Indiana 23, we're inbound. This appears to be expanding and getting more substantial as we move in here. So if you're in North Liberty right now, I need you inside, away from windows, get to your safe spot right now. Severe weather is on the way towards the North Liberty area, wind inbound at 70 to 75 miles per hour. So get inside right now. Again, inbound strong wind towards North Liberty, the Tater Creek State Park area right now. Please get inside and into your safe spot. Wind in excess of 70 miles per hour currently moving your way. That is our main concern, at least right now. We are live with programming, and we're going to make an intercept of where that severe weather may be intercepting us. I want you to come back to the radar picture, but we're going to stay with this, and I want Dave at the ready. Make sure his mic is up and at the ready. We're going to be going to him soon as we move towards that North Liberty area very soon, but North Liberty could be hit very hard here in the next incoming moments. So we're seeing, again, the wind get much stronger. Right here, this is the Boeing line of thunderstorms coming right in on Indiana 4 through Fish Lake. Here's Salem Heights, through the Fish Lake area, and soon in on the west side of North Liberty out towards the golf course is where that strong wind. It's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. But this is a Boeing line of storms. This is a dangerous bow right here. Bow echo. Again, there's a possibility even with a tornado in through here, but this is likely strong straight line wind, a very strong indicator. We see this maybe bowing just southward of North Liberty, but this is currently being estimated for wind up to 80 miles per hour between Walkerton and North Liberty. Between Walkerton and North Liberty, southwestern St. Joseph County. Get to your safe spot now. Southwestern St. Joseph County, get to your safe spot now. North Liberty to Walkerton, really Crumbstown, North Liberty, Walkerton. Get to your safe spot now. Strong wind currently moving through Kingsford Heights, approaching Walkerton, far eastern portions of LaPorte County. We're pulling into North Liberty right now. I want to go to ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Meteorologist Dave Caulfield if we can get him up as to what's about to happen there. And we're going to watch this live. Yes, bring him up, please. We may be going back and forth, but we're going into North Liberty right now. You can see the flashing light. I want you to stick around that Indiana 4 area. Dave, you're there, and we're ready for the wind to come in for you.
Yeah, so right now, Tom, just turning on to Indiana 4 west, and really a strong rain right now. The wind has not quite hit us just yet, but we are right on the precipice of it. We don't want to move too far outside of North Liberty for service sake, But that rain is definitely coming down really strong, and the wind just starting to pick up at this point as we really get very close to the edge of those winds right there. You can see the rain just being blown all around. And yeah, let's go ahead and stop right about here if we can, just so we don't run any farther into this, because again, we're judging by radar here. And look at this. I mean, this is just really torrential, wind-driven rain at this point as we come very close to the edge.
Dave, I'm on here with you too.
Wind. Tom?
Wind estimated right now on radar up to 75 miles per hour inbound on radar. Again, that's at altitude, but that's probably going to mix down to at least 70. We're side by side right now, so I've got you in one side of the picture, and this is what we're looking at side by side. So estimated wind up to 75 miles per hour right along Indiana 4. That's this line right here. This is exactly the direction that Dave is looking, and it's just now crossing the line. Here's North Liberty right here. So again, we are side by side, and this is the area we're watching very closely. And again, you're kind of clear of all the trees, but we're probably going to see those trees bend right in front of you pretty hard very quickly. We can see the wind, we can see the lightning, but we are watching things very quickly. North Liberty, Walkerton, inside, away from windows. Get to your safe spot now. Lowest floor of your house. Strong, deadly wind headed your way. This can knock over trees, and that is the deadly threat right now. Straight line wind threat inbound, southwestern St. Joseph County, right along Indiana 4 into North Liberty, but stretching all the way down towards the Walkerton area as well. Critical situation right now. Again, you can still see this is still being warned for wind up to 75 miles per hour. Again, we don't see this very often, but this has maintained its strength as we can just see it start to edge in here into North Liberty. Indiana 23, Indiana 24, and State Road 4, right at this juncture right there. I'll try and go in and get you down to street level. This is crossing Walnut Road. So here's Pierce, which is Indiana 4, and Walnut Road is where that wind is starting to pick up. Dave is just on the outskirts of town, and so we're watching that very closely. But it's right now at Walnut Road, so we've just crossed in here. There's Smilax Road, so it's coming in onto the Smilax area. Right on the outskirts of North Liberty is where that strongest wind is beginning to pick up right now. Be ready. Let's go back side by side. I want to go back to Meteorologist Dave Caulfield. That wind is picking up right where he's at right now as well. As we can see, intense rainfall. Do we have Dave's microphone up as well? I want to hear from Dave. Dave, looks like it's about to hit.
Yeah, Tom, I'm here. Interestingly enough, we have the strong winds incoming right now. We actually had a brief period where the rain was not falling. It was sort of lifted up a little bit by the rain. It was only about 5 seconds. But then that rain came rushing back down once again. Our vehicle has been rocking a little bit at points, but it really looks like as I'm talking, it just continues to pick up in intensity as far as that wind-driven rain at this point. Really, really strong downpour right now. Visibility is starting to improve maybe a little bit, but again, don't want to get too ahead of ourselves because we're trying to match up, and it's tough to do at this time in the morning because it's so dark out. We're trying to match up what radar might be depicting and what we're seeing on the ground here, and we're seeing at least severe gusts as far as 70 to 75 mile per hour winds. I haven't seen anything like that. But you know, the strongest wind might be just south of where I am right now on Indiana 4 facing westbound.
Yeah, I want you to stay where you're at, but probably what the next step here for you is probably going to be traveling back into North Liberty and then heading down 23 towards Walkerton. That looks to be where we've seen maybe the higher wind has taken that dive. So if you're just now watching, severe thunderstorm warning for strong wind gusts out there. If you have anything, information to relay, contact me on Twitter. I'm looking for those updates as well if we have any damage reports. But this is the worst return I've seen on radar, at least right now. And again, we have meteorologist Dave Caulfield in the mobile weather tracker. They're going to make that turn and they're going to head back southward because it's now working through North Liberty and down towards Walkerton. So if you are in the Tyner area, La Paz and Lakeville, I'm giving you your first warning now too, as this is a Boeing line of storms. The good news here is, at least what Dave is saying, is that maybe it's not 70 miles per hour. Maybe it's just 60, which is still going to rock and roll a little bit. But this would be the new storm track. So Tyner, La Paz, Lakeville, Bremen. Tyner, La Paz, Lakeville, Bremen. This is kind of the gnarly area of the storm. Tyner 129, La Paz 132, Lakeville 133, Bremen 142. Strong wind headed your way inbound. Southern St. Joseph County, northern Marshall County. Right now I can at least see in the town of North Liberty, lights are still on. I still have the feed of the mobile weather tracker up as well. But intense wind inbound right now here at 1:30 in the morning, giving you that information. I want to go out a little bit wider, kind of give you an idea of what's all going on here. Other parts of this storm are being warned, and in fact the warning continues for portions of Cass County into northern Elkhart County as well. A lot going on here. Here's the warning now for Elkhart County. It looks like they're really focused into the part of the storm that we have been focused in on right here. So the National Weather Service kind of confirming with us is it's right along that US 6 line where things are probably the most severe right now, and a lot of the other warnings may not be continuing. So notice where this box is continuing here from Warsaw to Goshen, south side of Goshen to Warsaw along 15. That's where the watch is, the warning has been extended. And I'm going to read the latest update on this warning. But again, you'll see this here. This warning is for wind up to 70 miles per hour, radar indicated, and we have been showing you the radar indication of what we're seeing right now. So again, very concerned about what's happening, at least right now. Again, strong wind currently ongoing at the moment in St. Joseph County. Wind threat up to 70 miles per hour. This line is moving, latest update, east at 50 miles per hour from North Liberty, where we just were here in the mobile weather tracker. Power's out now in North Liberty. Let's go back and see if we can get a second look here of the mobile weather tracker and what's going on currently. So power out in North Liberty. Dave is traveling, I believe, down Indiana 23. Dave, where are you right now? He may be.
Yeah,
He's in a low signal area. He's going from North Liberty towards Walkerton, and we're going to kind of see where that threat continues. A lot of lightning out there. Again, gnarly line of storms. Yes, it's going to pick up a lot of lightning in South Bend. If you're watching in South Bend, Mishawaka, I'm going to try to be focused on you. I know that's our higher population area, but this is not the most severe portion of the storm. If we get any more reports, again, I'm going to relay them along, but the more severe portion of the storm is from Goshen to Warsaw, currently moving through Lakeville. So this is where we now have that severe threat. A lot of wind. I want to go back to the mobile weather tracker. Let's take the picture now. Take the picture now if we can. It was very good just a moment ago. It just froze up, but we had just intense wind gusts moving through. Look at that right there. Look at the mobile weather tracker. The wind that's going through. That is severe wind gusts happening right now as you see it. That's the warning. That's where our power is being knocked out. Lakeville area, Plymouth, safe spot now inside away from windows. This is picking up steam as it moves through. So 55 miles per hour. This line right here continues on towards the Bremen area and Syracuse Barbie Lake. So if you're anywhere inside this box, this is your timeline and this is your area of concern. And we're getting very good sampling. The most severe portion is probably towards La Paz, between La Paz and Plymouth.
Okay, no, we got a tree branch.
Trees are down. Trees are down.
Take the shot.
We got you. We got you. We can see what we see it right now.
Yeah.
You on Indiana 23? Is this south?
Okay. Okay.
Look at the wind and look at the lightning and look what you're seeing here.
Try going that way. Try going.
Again, safety first. Remind Dave, safety first. Again, that's what we strive for first in the mobile weather tracker. But again, we have confirmed damage. You can see the wind pounding the vehicle, the amount of lightning out there. Inside, away from windows right now. If you're Bremen, you are next. Bremen next. Move through La Paz, Bremen to Bourbon. That is the next threat zone. Again, looks like we're on Indiana 23. Multiple trees down right now. This is from La Paz down towards Plymouth. We're kind of following in the wake of this, but again, you can see an area. Dave's probably going through this area right here around North Liberty. That's where that strong wind is between North Liberty and La Paz. And then La Paz down towards Plymouth. Again, incredible wind that we're seeing. But if you're in Bremen right now, inside, away from windows, get to your safe spot. Get to your safe spot right now. Severe weather inbound momentarily for Bremen. Severe weather inbound for Bremen right now. Inside, away from windows. Inside, away from windows. Inside, away from windows. Severe weather inbound right now. Wind up to 70 miles per hour possible with this storm. I'm going to give you a storm track. This looks to be just north of Plymouth, at least right now. That's the area of concern. I'll pop up this box. That's only warmed up for 40. I'm going to see if I can resample this. Wind up to, say, 45, but that does not appear to be matching what the radar colors are showing me there. But that would be the one spot of strong wind, and we've seen some of this as well as what Dave's shown you there. He's up near the North Liberty area, but right now currently La Paz, north side of Plymouth, on towards Bremen and Bourbon. Strong wind gusts are moving through northern Marshall County. Look at the rain and look at the wind. Do we still have Dave on the line there? I want to hear more from him. What's going on where he's at? Dave, what are you experiencing right now?
Yeah, so on the south side of North Liberty right now, on the south side of North Liberty, Tom, and we are stopped at a stop sign because we encountered multiple tree branches down. We were trying to get back onto 23 off of, so we're on Quinn Road right now on the south side of North Liberty, and power is going out. Extremely strong wind coming through, and honestly, when we talked to you last, when we were on Indiana 4, we must have been just on the north side of this, Tom, because we were not seeing wind that was this vicious, and to have those tree branches come down like they did, lawn signs were really swaying, and this is really, really intense. We're trying to match up what we're seeing on radar, and while I think there's a concerning area from Lakeville to Plymouth, and also on the backside of this, there's still some strong wind going through the North Liberty area. But what I can tell you is we are unfortunately, for those of us in Michiana, we're unfortunately seeing the radar match up with the ground truth, which is that this is severe, but not just severe. This is likely over 70, possibly 75 miles per hour wind that we were experiencing as this was going through. Tom?
Yeah, exactly. You come side by side back to me on the radar. I've got it circled. This is where Dave is. We've got a little bit of a radar error here, so things are looking now red instead of blue. But here's Indiana 23, and here's Quinn Road right here, that juncture. And this is definitely a second lobe of very strong wind behind the boundary. Typically we don't see this. Usually it's on that leading edge, so this has been interesting, but we've had a lot of collisions that have been happening with different segments of this storm coming together, and so this is definitely severe.
You okay?
And I'm glad that you're okay where you are. It looks like it's starting to calm down just a little bit, but we'll have to probably continue to document even just in that area the damage that we are seeing, but it's definitely into the North Liberty area right now. This leading edge looks really nasty. Bremen, I need you in your safe spot right now. Plymouth, Bremen, Bourbon. Plymouth, Bremen, Bourbon, Napanee. Inside, away from windows. Destructive wind being confirmed. Okay, now we've got a second update on this radar scan. Coming into Bremen, going to give an update here as this kind of continues. That's probably the worst of the wind, but we know there's that second nasty lobe running along 6 there. So wind up to 60, wind up to 70 miles per hour. Anything in that bright blue is that 60 to 70 mile per hour range. I'll give another sample here. Nasty line of storms, again, happening right now through Marshall County. This dove out of St. Joseph County. Again, still warned, again, for the possibility of wind up to 70 miles per hour through central Marshall County. Through central Marshall County between La Paz and Bremen. So this is going to be along Plygoshen Trail. Plygoshen Trail through Bremen on towards Bourbon. This will cross 331 north and south towards the Bremen area. May stay just north of Etna Green, but Bremen, Bourbon, Napanee. Bremen, Bourbon, Napanee, definitely an area of concern right now. And we have Dave still standing by the mobile weather tracker, just as the damage is pretty serious there. They're staying safe, and we'll kind of get into a reanalysis mode of where the worst damage is. But Bremen, Bourbon, Napanee, I want you inside, away from windows right now. This is where the severe wind gusts are, right through here. I'm going to go in for a little closer scan. We'll try to read off some roads for you. Right into this. There's 7th Road, so 7th and King, now east of 7th and King. This is, again, pretty rural up in through here into this area. I'll try and clear off some of this information, but getting in for a little closer scan right in here through 7th and King. That area where the strongest wind gusts are happening right now. So again, we've seen an intense line of thunderstorms that are currently moving through. Heavy rain falling, but this is moving 7th and 7th B Road, Hickory, so 7B in Hickory, in Grape. So this is along 7th and 8th Road in Marshall County. And really continues north up to 3rd Road. So mostly south of Bremen, but there's some intense wind all through here. If we scrub through this, watch, you'll kind of just see this burst. Watch this. See this burst right through here from Walkerton south towards Plymouth. I do think, Dave, once things calm down, you should continue south towards Walkerton to see what you come across. And I think we'll just kind of see what's between North Liberty and Walkerton. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's damage in La Paz, towards Plymouth, and now moving in towards the Bourbon area. Strong wind moving towards the Bourbon area, about to cross 331. This is near 7th Road, kind of in the area of 7th Road. So if you're anywhere near 7th Road, so again, we're talking anywhere from 3rd to 7th Road, which is kind of dead center right here in the middle, down to 30. So between pretty much US 6 and 30 is the area of greatest concern. So it's Bourbon, Etna Green, Clement into northern Kosciuszko County, south of Napanee especially. Let's go back to the mobile weather tracker. We're coming across more damage here. Dave, are you still in North Liberty right now as you continue to come across damage? But again, we want to warn you that, again, there's still a lot of trees down, at least in the North Liberty area. I'm seeing this on the side of our screen. And we see, again, the wind coming through here. They're making that turn. Dave, can you turn back and just show, maybe too hard. Again, they're trying to be safe, but a difficult situation, at least right now. The strongest wind right now is moving on towards the Bourbon area, at least right now. Yeah. We'll see if they're close to on the.
Yeah, we'll turn around, guys.
Okay, they're turning around, and while they're doing that, again, we're still tracking the strongest of the wind. That this gust might be letting up a little bit. Doesn't look as severe. Doesn't look as severe. Again, they're turning around to look back towards some of that video. We'll come back to that. We're going to continue on. We still might be on cable. There's other ways to go on. But the rainfall is so intense right now, it may be attenuating our signal, which is a concern right now. So we're going to continue on. Again, you can still see the strong wind that we're seeing, at least right now, from Bourbon on towards Clement. Let's go to the mobile weather tracker, and what we will see here is, again, there's a tree down across Indiana 23. Police are coming up onto this right now because of this closed roadway 2. This is just south of town, Dave, where you're coming across this tree.
Yeah, so the closest cross street, Tom, is going to be, sorry, the flashing lights are getting to me a little bit, but West Cedar Street. So this is, yeah, just south of town in North Liberty, and really we just happened upon this. It's not the biggest sort of tree damage in the world, and an officer right now is trying to clear 23. But just driving the short distance that we did, there's a lot of branches down, at least, if not more, from those strong winds that came through. But we're gonna go ahead and push south towards North Liberty towards Walkerton, excuse me, to see any potential damage there.
All right, thank you, Dave. I'm just kind of scanning around, still looking at maybe some wind up into portions of Berrien County. Rain is just coming down right now. I'm going to go back and kind of reset. Some people may have even trouble seeing our signal at this moment as the rain is just so heavy. Over-the-air signal may be a problem for some folks, but if you are currently in southern Elkhart and most of Kosciuszko County, inside, away from windows right now, again, we need you into your safe spot as this intense line of storms continues to move through. It's this sector, Etna Green, New Paris, Syracuse, on towards North Webster. This timeline up to 2 a.m. Up to 2 a.m. I'm going to confirm in the NWS chat. Trees down. Power out in North Liberty. Crew on scene. Confirming that, passing along to the National Weather Service. Again, looking at Etna Green, Syracuse, North Webster, this line continues to work through here. Looks like we still have some areas that still have lights on in North Liberty and other areas where the power is out. Intense line of thunderstorms currently has just moved through the Bremen area. This is now jumping into Kosciuszko County. So Etna Green, New Paris, Leesburg, Syracuse, inside, away from windows. I want you, again, this is a concerning area inside this warning box right here. Starts at Goshen, goes down to Warsaw. That's as big as what that warning box is right here. Again, you can see this is the latest update that we're starting to take, and this leading edge is where most of this wind is right through here. The strongest wind is north of Rochester, but it's from Goshen all the way down towards Warsaw. And we'll kind of go inside the storm, and it's still going to look for where the strongest wind could be. Looks like it's right through here, so I'll go in for this closer scan. Right at the jog of 19 north, around 900 north in State Road 19 in Kosciuszko County, strong wind gusts there. So if you're along 900 north, anywhere near 900 north, so it could be 1,000 north, it could be 800 north. This area now in eastern Kosciuszko County still has some strong lobes of strong wind right through here. So again, we can see this right through here. Still radar sampled, and we're getting closer to the radar site as well of wind in excess of up to possibly 80 miles per hour in this little lobe right here. So it's south of 1,300 north. Down to about 900 north. So around the 1,000 north block in Kosciuszko County is where the strongest wind gusts are right now. Crossing 19, this is south of Napanee, north of Etna Green, northeast of Bourbon. Again, rural area, but you know that jog, I know that turn right there along 19 south of Napanee slows down into a couple roads and makes that jog. That's the area where the strongest wind is right now. Again, we're kind of just analyzing what data. We definitely could confirm strong wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour that was hitting our mobile weather tracker. And the good news is it looks like the extent of the strong wind has reduced, but definitely, again, between Napanee and Etna Green, And then you can see Leesburg. Leesburg, stand by, strong wind headed your way, most likely in the next 10 minutes or so. I'll do a storm track for you right through here. If this roughly stays on course, something like that would be Leesburg at 1:56, so 10 minutes. I'm giving you less than 10 minutes first warning, Leesburg, and then on towards North Webster. Leesburg, North Webster, lobe of strong wind right there. That has likely moved through. I keep watching the feed off to the side of the mobile weather tracker as well. I've seen areas where there's a lot of small limbs and trees along the side of the road. But this the area south of Napanee, around 1,000. If you're in the 1,000 area, the 900 north, these are roads. 800 north, 900 north, 1,000, 1,200 north. Anywhere along that latitude in Kosciuszko County, going all the way over to Indiana 15, closer to Leesburg. So if you're south of Napanee to Leesburg, this is an area where that strong wind is going to be. If you've been tuning in, again, because you were woken up by the wind that was damaging, if you're somewhere between La Paz, Plymouth, and Bremen, let me know if you have more reports of any damage in your area, because that's the area of greatest concern that we're kind of waking up to, at least tonight. From this area. So again, still looking for, at this time of night, we don't get a lot of information that's coming in, but it does look like along this path, and I'll kind of scrub through, and I kind of want to move over. I know we may have some people on our live feed as well. Been on Facebook Live here for a little bit as this intense line kind of moves in. Still focused in here. Yeah, let's go to meteorologist Dave Caulfield, the mobile weather tracker, as we continue to track this now into the Walkerton area. Dave, what have you come across on your drive? Any more damage as you come closer to Walkerton?
Yeah, we've seen a couple of branches down, a lot of leaf debris in the roadway. On 23, making our way south from North Liberty to Walkerton, which we're doing now, we haven't seen any more like big debris in the road just yet. But we'll update you, of course, if that changes, and as we get a little bit closer. We're just outside of Walkerton right now, about to make our way in from the north. But definitely we're on the lookout, because just about 10-15 minutes ago we were on the road and had tree branches fall right in front of us. So it usually goes without saying, but if you see leaves on the road, there are branches nearby somewhere. So we'll definitely keep you updated there. Luckily, the rain has started to lighten up here as this line pushes through, and so is the wind. But not seeing anything major at this point as we make our way in from the north to Walkerton. But we'll definitely keep you updated as we get a little bit closer.
Turn into town there. And Dave, I'm scrubbing through, I'm not on screen, but I'm scrubbing through the radar picture going backwards. And we see this burst of blue dive from North Liberty Walkerton and head towards La Paz, between La Paz and Plymouth, and now towards Etna Green. So give a survey around the Walkerton area, and then I would probably continue on 6 towards La Paz before we probably start heading back for base and see where we're kind of finding in that area. But I would say North Liberty, Walkerton, La Paz. If anybody has any damage reports, again, we want to know. If you're without power, post on our Facebook page. Give us more information as to what's going on in your neighborhood and what kind of alerts there are. There are many alerts, again, lighting up our map right now, but the one severe thunderstorm warning that continues, new severe thunderstorm warning now for Fulton County, but that is for wind up to 60 miles per hour. Yes, that is serious, but that is not on the same level of what we have been tracking when we've been showing you those live pictures of what's been going on your screen. Resetting the situation, again, a lot going on here. Here's the new warning that's popping up right now. I'm going to remove this. The new situation, new severe thunderstorm warning for Fulton County, wind up to 60 miles per hour. But we're primarily now concerned with wind in excess of 70 miles per hour, still now closing in. We're about to get a good report from the National Weather Service of a wind gust through here as this system has really picked up steam. Warsaw, strong wind inbound. Syracuse, strong wind inbound. Goshen, strong wind inbound, crossing Indiana 15. If you live along Indiana 15, Kosciuszko and Elkhart County, from Goshen to Warsaw, inside, away from windows, strong wind is your threat right now moving through. Now, it's not everywhere, but I'm just trying to warn a very wide area, at least right now. I would say the strongest wind currently is moving towards Syracuse right through here, Orne Road near Milford. So the Milford area, south of Gravelton, around Orne Road and Milford, north of Leesburg, is where we still kind of have those strong wind gusts that are happening, at least right now. So lights are still on in Walkerton. I can confirm that as I'm watching right now. So that's always good news. As we've, again, had reported, we saw some very strong wind move through as I'm watching off to my side of what's going on in the mobile weather tracker. But strong wind likely Orne Road towards Milford, north of Leesburg, at least right now, is where the worst of this is all going on. I'll back things up. Again, we'll kind of highlight this area. This is the main warning that we're dealing with at least right now. Still on your screen. Leading edges move past Bremen on towards Syracuse and towards Barbie Lake. I can update this storm track now as we remove this. Saw some street lights there, but I wasn't sure if they were all. Dave, are you still in the mobile weather tracker? Dave, were lights out in Walkerton or were lights on? I saw at least some street lights.
So just no. Yeah, I think most of the lights are on in Walkerton. As we're coming out of town on US 6.
Might be headed back into a dead zone, but I saw some spots there. We had some trees on the ground there. So we're kind of following along that path that blew through somewhere from North Liberty, Walkerton, towards La Paz and continues on towards Leesburg and currently moving through Milford and Syracuse. Likely the strong wind gusts continue to dive towards the south. Radar was indicating wind up to 70. Our mobile weather tracker, at least wind probably topping 60 miles per hour was most likely. We've not come across any big damage. We have come across some limbs across Indiana 23 near and closer to North Liberty. So Syracuse, Leesburg, Warsaw. This is really the rest of the extent of this warning and the most severe portion of the storm. This thing has picked up speed and it's kind of racing on through. But this is kind of the last bit that we have to deal with the first warning. Leesburg, Milford, Syracuse, Warsaw. Strong wind inbound into your location. So again, watching things very closely here as we continue to track. And I'll go in for a little closer scan here and we'll get an update on the velocity inside here. So we'll go back down to data, look at the velocity, crossing Leesburg right there. So the strong wind, I mean, this is about as good a sample as you're going to get from DeFreeze Landing, Milford, and then there's the NWS site. So we're about to get a very good observation from the National Weather Service of what's left of that lobe as it moves through. So a good sample right there of what's headed inbound. And I'm just going to type in chat here. But that's crossing Indiana 15. So there's 1,000 north. That's kind of what's left of this really severe portion of the line. Check, 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 check.
Okay, you're on.
All right, we're still up. New battery. Just a quick NASCAR change in and out. Most of the severe weather likely over for our area. That is the good news right now as we continue with this severe weather coverage. But we're continuing until at least these leading edge of this warned area is expired as we continue to watch things very closely. Now moving through the Leesburg area. So this will be the one severe spot. Leesburg towards the radar dome here in North Webster. Appears to be that one last spot of strong wind. I'm walking off screen here because I want to kind of scrub through and I'll kind of show you what happened or what's left of this. Strong wind from LaPorte. I'm interested in what that wind report was too. So let me go. Wind gust in Elkhart of 50. So there's still some strong wind gusts moving through right now that continue to move through. But again, we've seen some wind gusts that have been indicating at least a few higher wind gusts. But look at this, has this dive through. So again, if we're looking for damage, if you have reports, it's likely anywhere from North Liberty Walkerton towards La Paz, and then it kind of fans out. But that is the spot. We kind of intercepted this very well along this line as we look for more damage into the morning. New update on warning. Looks like we have now a new severe portion of the line for eastern Fulton County. So I'll update the map here as we clear off some of this information and we'll go live. We'll go to now. Strong wind indicated possibly eastern Fulton County, a little red on green there. Could be an area of indication as well. That one's still for 60 miles per hour. So I'm going to kind of reset our situation. That's still for 60. Still have a warning for up to 70 miles per hour. That includes North Webster, Syracuse, and the Warsaw area. But it looks now as we head towards 2 a.m., the severity has gone down. Still have some flood advisories. I expect the severe thunderstorm watch to be dropped here as we head after 2 o'clock in the morning. The most severe weather likely went through Walkerton and North Liberty, or somewhere in between there. The hardest hit spot. Everything was mostly south of South Bend, although there was still a lot of lightning out there, and there still is. I mean, this map is just lit up. This is really intense right through here. As we see in this area, I just want to go over the number of lightning strikes right through here. If I can give, this is just through Kosciuszko and Elkhart counties, 400 in some lightning strikes in 15 minutes. So again, this is on the order of 1,600 lightning strikes per hour, intense. And then a similar portion of this storm right through here, number of lightning strikes within that box, over 1,000. Incredible lightning show that we've seen. The rain's going to continue over the next couple of hours as well. Still rain falling across greater South Bend. Let me clear off some of this information here. Still a leading edge of this has moved through Elkhart County. Heavy rain falling in Bristol. No severe weather in Bristol. At least the wind gusts could be up to 50. They can still knock out power, but definitely some heavy rain. There still could be some additional flooding. We have some flood alerts out there. I'm letting you know about that. The worst of the severe weather, I'm going to back it up here, is moving through Syracuse right now, almost about to cross Indiana 13 at the radome, but has moved through Goshen, moving through New Paris, has moved through Warsaw, and does not appear to be as severe as it once was. So that's the good news there. It's not as severe. So here we are at 2 a.m. It's still very loud if you're watching in Elkhart County, but I'm not getting, and we'll go out here in a moment to see if there are any reports coming in. But this is the current warning. The warning box is really for Goshen, Syracuse, Warsaw area, not northern Elkhart County. I know it's very loud where you are in Elkhart County. As the rain continues to come down, we've just started here a repose here at the station. Getting a few reports, again, a heavy rain report. The one severe storm report I can give was relayed by us at 146 of several trees down in the North Liberty area. Again, that's relayed by us and why we have mobile weather tracker. Getting a relay of reports from Elkhart County. Power's out in New Paris, in the New Paris area, but no severe wind reports, or at least so far. But we do have widespread power outages across Marshall County. Widespread power outages across Marshall County.